Since I've been always interested in movies, I've been researching them for 3 weeks for this assignment and found that there's a structural problem in Korean movie industry. Korea cinema is having a renaissance now. More than 200 million people are watching movies a year since 2013, and this means every single person is watching average 4 movies a year. However, behind this success, there is a big problem called vertical integration. Conglomerates are controlling all levels of filmmaking process, including planning, investing, producing, distributing, and screening. In Korea, CJ and Lotte dominates the market with their structure. Vertical integration is very harmful, and now it is indeed harming the members of the movie industry. So today, I will talk about this issue with 3 parts. First, I will explain how vertical integration is harming small production and distribution companies. Second, I will go over the damage towards the individuals running on theater business. And finally, I'll talk about the harms that audiences get because of this structure. As few major companies can produce the movie and also screen them in their theaters, they give their movies preferential treatments with monopolizing the screen. Choi Young-bae, the vice chairman of Korean Film Producers Association, mentioned at the forum held at the National Assembly that conglomerates give priority to their films by giving their movie more seats, more screen, and better time slots. This is simply true. Movie How to Steal a Dog is not made by CJ or Lotte. It had a good critic comments, but couldn't meet audiences long. Only in 2 weeks, the screen day had shrunk to 1/10. When this is compared with the movie Love Forecast, which is made and distributed by CJ, How to Steal a Dog got unfair treats. Even though the movie had more audiences per one screen, it was screened less. Due to these unfair treats, the production company couldn't reach the break-even point. This situation is not only for that movie, but it is the reality that all small companies face in the movie industry. In the interview with NBC program PD Sucheop, Jang Soo-bae, the director of KFPA, said that more than 85% of profits are made in theaters. So if the movie gets unfair treats in the theaters and can fail at the box office, they cannot have enough profit, and that eventually leads small companies to close business. So the big companies are threatening the living of producers and directors in small companies. Now I'll move on to the harms that individuals running own theater business gets. According to Coffee, now 3 major cinema companies, CGV, Lotte, and Megabox, are having 92% of theaters in Korea. Tae-young Kim, who used to run a theater with 3 screens 11 years ago, had an interview with NBC program PD Sucheop. He had financial difficulties running his own theater and eventually closed them with a lot of debt. He said that the main reason for the failure was because of major companies who do not distribute their movies to his theater. If there's no movie to screen, there cannot be audiences. Already, many of independent theaters are purchased by major companies. Cheongdam Cinecity is now called CGV, and Gangnam Cinecity is now Lotte Cinema. The owners of small cinemas left are also in financial crisis, and the workers in there are also about to lose their job too. Now I'll move on to the damages that audiences get. According to the interview by NBC PD Sucheop, Han Seok-kang, who is the former chairman of COFIC, said that audiences think they are choosing what to see, but it actually is the big companies who are choosing the movies instead. This is quite true. Sometimes audiences cannot even meet the movie because there's no screens playing it. Even if there is, the arrays of promotions and advertisements of big movies hinder audiences' choices. These look at these movies. Maybe none of these movies will be familiar to you. They are the movies by small production companies. Audiences have no chance to see diverse movies such as The Tenor, which was the first opera movie made in Korea. Vertical integration also deprived people chance to think about social problems. The movie Unforgiven was a movie talking about the reality of Korean military, and the movie Another Family was a true story about a worker who used to work in Samsung factory and died in accident. Project 천안십 and The True Shall Sink with Seoul is also a movie with a political issue. Big cinemas won't try to screen these movies, so audiences are hurt to watch those movies under the structure of movie market now. In conclusion, today I've talked about how vertical integration is now harming the members of movie industry. I've talked about the damages that small production and distribution companies, individual running own theater business, and audiences get because of vertical integration. If this continues, our country will not be able to have new good producers like Bong Joon-ho or Park Chan-wook, and we may not be able to see good movies more. So please remember this problem, and thank you for listening.